If you are just starting to get to know someone or talk to someone you met online or whichever place, and they ask you the question of what do you bring to the table, point blank, this is not someone looking for a connection. This is someone looking for a transaction. And this is not how a relationship should be or should even start, if you think about it. So it feels like he's saying, I bring this and you bring that. It should be on the other way, like, okay, do we actually fit? Do we add value to each other's life? And not what do you bring to the table? Of course, you are the table. So when he asks this, let's start and let's see how you can handle this particular question, which is very, very common on dating apps, dating site, or whichever place. I don't know where you are looking for your partner. So what do you bring to the table? Is the question, like when someone asks this, I know obviously first thing before I even continue, we are not going to even last longer. Okay. And like I said, these are transactional questions, and you can reframe this by saying, how do we add value to each other's life? Okay. So if he asks you this question, actually shoot him back with, how do we add value to each other's life? Okay. And then you tell him to prove himself. It feels really like, I don't know why they ask that, but it really, to me, really feels, this one feels exactly like, prove yourself to me. So I don't know whether you are in an interview or you are in a place where you're trying to connect with someone. This is so wrong. This is not the right thing to do. So just remember, you are the table. Okay. So the right person will recognize that. So this, when someone asks that, you can even smile. Not be very as hard as I'm on them right now, because I am getting a little bit aggressive. Yeah, but you can smile a little bit and tell them, I'm sorry, but sounds like you're applying for a position here. I'm applying for a position, and not like we're getting to know each other. Okay. So, but I'm sorry, I am not interviewing. That is a very, very nice comment you can leave there. So let's go to the psychological way to tackle this. So behind that question, sometimes it comes from an insecurity part. I want you to realize that it sounds like they just want reassurance, or alternatively, this could be as a result of, sometimes it's come from fear. Yes. And they don't want to invest in the wrong person. So don't get them wrong. Some people are just wrong in putting their wordings, and they really sound so bad. I don't really think they even know the weight of how they ask that question, how it hits someone they're asking. But it is just that they don't want to attract somebody wrong again, which they are doing again by asking this question, because this is sounding like an interview. It's like, prove yourself to me. Okay. And then the other way, it could be like, the other times it's just a trend that people repeat without even thinking about it. Like I said, someone just says it without even knowing the impact it has on people, how it reflects, or how it gets into the other person's ears or their own personalities. Yeah. So let's look at the healthy alternative, the best approach you can use in this case. Up to this point, if you've not clicked the like button, the subscription, and my name is Winnie. Welcome to my channel if you're watching me for the first time. Otherwise, let's continue. The alternative approach you can use to want to know someone better with this, or make them understand that their question felt wrong with you, so you want to get to know them better though, is you can ask, like, what are your values? So it's better approach to talk about the compatibility. Yeah. So you want to know their values. How do you communicate? What kind of partnership you want? What are you both willing to build together? That sounds right about right. That's not an interview, and it's not something that, tell me about yourself, like an interview, and then 1, 2, 3, let's go. Right. Okay. So relationship is not about listing the qualities, really. So I don't know about, what do you bring to the table? It's like telling me to give me my qualities. Okay. It sounds like a resume. So you have my resume, and if you have my CV, I have to talk about myself. That's how that feels. So it's about whether you want your lives to fit together, and that's why you're trying to build a connection here with someone you're meeting online, or whichever place you're meeting, or in person even. So if someone asked me that question earlier, I would just say, personally, sir, I am the table, I am the chair, I am the Wi-Fi, I'm the whole dining table. Okay. And because I just know that these people are not looking for connection but negotiation. They already want to know what they can get from you. So they will get to see, and if it's worth, okay, worth keeping, because this is like business to them, according to me, or an negotiation platform. If it fits their ego, if it fits what they are looking for, which is exploitation, then they are going to keep you. So you'd just close that chapter if it doesn't sound right, or if you try to rephrase it like we said earlier and it's not going anywhere. Okay, so just tell him, I am not negotiating my worth, I am the table. So unless you'd like to get to know each other and learn about each other, I think that I would swipe left or move to the next person. Okay, so just also alternatively, if you want to be nice and you feel like they just use the wrong words, like I started saying, some people really want connection but they don't know how to speak, they are poor at wordings or talking, then you can guide them, and this is the last drop. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry, you're not going to do anything about it. So you could tell him, I bring peace, I bring stability, I bring emotional intelligence, I bring growth, but I am not going to list them like grocery lists. So you are just trying to tell him, there is a lot I can bring to the table, but I am not going to tell you the way you want to hear it. Yeah, I am the best. No. We're getting to know each other, and I am through learning from me or learning about me or knowing me better, and me knowing you better is enough for me to know if that table is fitting to stay. So you tell him, and honestly, if you need me to prove my value before you even know my character, you are not the right person for me. Because that's like just selling theoretical facts, and we want words. So tell him, if you feel like if he is going to want to know more about you before even knowing you in person, then he's not the right person for you. Or just tell them, I am the table. I don't bring something to the table, and the right man brings his own chair and sits with respect. If you have a gentleman, if you have someone with common sense, will already have understood you are here for business and you're not going to entertain any kind of madness. Like, what do you bring to the table? Tell them a gentleman or the right man will drag the chair, sit by the table because you are at the table, and sit with a lot of respect. That will earn you marks and will filter out jokers, red flags, narcissists, all kinds of the ones I mentioned in the previous videos I called rubbish. So ask them, what kind of partnership are you actually trying to build? Because the answer itself will already tell you the kind of partnership they want to build. Otherwise, you're going to collect people who want to know what they can harvest from you, because that's the best they are good at doing. So that in future they can say, you said you're emotionally intelligent, I don't think you are arguing in the right way, you promised to do this. And that's where narcissists start to prey on your emotions. Ladies and gentlemen, today I only had that very short, very short, but precise answers to the question, what do you bring to the table? I hope this video was helpful to you. If you're watching me for the first time, like I said, my name is Winnie. Till the next video, if you have not subscribed, stay with us, engage. Write in the comment section what other crazy question you ever came across on those dating sites, online, or whichever place you met your partner or someone you talk to that you could not even stand. Okay, someone who made you feel less of a table and think that you should be able to be bringing that table home. Otherwise, still, I will catch you up in the next video. If you want to know about under the alternatives I mentioned, what are your values, how do you communicate, watch the previous video I did the same on how to communicate with someone you met online, and up to the point he's convinced, where we also say we don't convince people, we make them know we are the ones they deserve. So watch that video also and get some insights, and let me know in the comment section what you would want me to talk about. So until next time, thank you so much for taking your time to watch my video. See you soon. Ciao.